What if I told you all of the films from this year's festival were connected? A cinematic universe hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be connected and discovered. You would probably say, Jacob, you haven't slept in 5 days, but allow me to introduce you to the Party Room Film Festival Cinematic Universe. Our story begins with an invasion, an abduction, and unfortunately a death. The grand story begins with Zach Adams' Wet, or Wilmore Extraterrestrial, a film showcasing Zach's search for aliens after one makes him levitate while sleeping. This film has a bittersweet ending. Zach finds out he's right, but it cost him so much more. He gets pulled under the water and abducted, after which he's different. He's not dead, but he's changed. More on that later. Annie, from Life is Not Meaningless, also stumbles across alien evidence. She begins to investigate and ends up meeting the same fate. She finds the aliens and the truth, but it begins to drive her insane. This is why she begins acting weird and her followers assume something happened to her. Unfortunately, she passes away before she can share her findings. Annie's death puts things in perspective for a friend and collaborator, Tommy James. He begins taking his career more seriously. He realizes the effect media has on people and goes on to write, produce, and direct for large companies like Disney. A little bit of sunshine in a pretty dark situation. As for Zach, the aliens begin controlling his body, using him as a vessel to learn about the human race. In Sweaty Gains, we can see him learning about exercise. We also see the social cluelessness of someone being controlled by people from another planet. In his exploration of the human race, he stumbles across a certain cloning machine. The aliens see the opportunity for multiplication and begin to work on a full-scale invasion. But before this can happen, Evil Stice appears and immobilizes him, inadvertently saving the world from alien invasion. Evil Stice is obviously thwarted by the extra clones created during the movie, but what are these extra clones supposed to do? What is their new purpose? I believe that they head into the woods searching for meaning and a place to stay. These same woods are where a certain blue-shirted Jacob is buried, along with his time machine. Upon discovering time travel, the Stices come together with the intention of taking over the world. After all, one Stice nearly took over the world. Imagine what a time-traveling army of them could do. A resistance rises up against them, using their temporal whips against them. That's right, the others are just Stice clones in hoods with modified McGlone time travel technology. As the Stices grow and multiply, they begin infiltrating different levels of government. Don't you think it is a little weird that the commander in Metal Weird Solid is also the commander for Unsightly Zombies? That's the secret. These are different clones in different branches of government, swaying politics, controlling the masses, and handling the zombie outbreak. Yes, the zombies are real, but how did the outbreak begin and who is Patient Zero? Someone who has the taste for human flesh. I believe Patient Zero is none other than Andrew King. After discovering how tasty his own blood was on a burger, Andrew wanted others to try it out. He obviously received pushback on this disgusting trend and resorts to lacing other people's food with his blood. This is why we see Andrew singing joyously at the end of Lander's film, Betrayal, a convoluted story of love and loss. He has poisoned the food Landers ate, ruining Taco Bell for him forever. Though we don't see it, Landers eventually turns into a zombie. Upon turning, Landers' soul goes searching for a new home. It finds Chuckles, the dog of his old roommate Aaron Winneroski. The haunting we see in The Rotten Roommate is actually just the internal struggle of Chuckles and Landers fighting over control of this new vessel. By the end of The Rotten Roommate, one of them wins, but who? And how did Zach find the cloning machine? Do the Resistance and Interconvoluted Shin ever defeat the time-traveling Stices? Does the human race stand a chance against the zombies? Unfortunately, these questions can't be answered. The missing puzzle piece was lost to time, and we will never know for sure what happens. But hey, not a bad story, right? 12 individual directors all working together to create one large story about love, death, and shovels.